Give me 1 second.
Thank you for tapping the screen, you guys. Share the live. I'm guessing you're setting up your cam.
Hi.
Hi! Wow, it's so nice to meet you. Hello, Patrick. Thank you for being here. Are you Bisaya or Tagalog?
Bisaya.
Ay, wow, grabe ka ni. Pwede.
By the way, thank you for inviting us here.
Man. Backstory ko lang, like how you're here. I saw your post on my Facebook newsfeed, and I thought I would look for you here on TikTok.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, where on Facebook? I mean, like my Facebook account.
or I don't know, maybe here on TikTok. I don't know.
Oh,
But, yeah. Hello, Ludit. Pa-share ng live. Thank you for tapping the screen, you guys. So is my guess is your name is Jackie.
yes.
Okay, so your husband's Dave.
Yeah, but he's still doing his eye drops, and he can't stay long because screen is not good for his eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, magsimula na tayo.
Sige, charot.
Hello, Terrence, Jay, hello. Okay, hi, my name is Jenny. This is my voice, Plain Catch Voice, and today we have a very special guest. Their username is Dave and Jackie. Kindly introduce yourself to us.
So, hi, my name is Jackie. My husband is Dave. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna parang ano natin siya ihanay nato ang imong istorya.
Uh-huh.
We can start from where you originally came from sa Philippines.
Yeah, I came from. Okay, should I like in English or Tagalog, Bisaya?
Mas prefer din na ako magbisaya kaya I struggle with Tagalog.
Tagalog. O sige, mag-Bisaya.
Oo. Pero kuan kanang naamang good food mga ga pananaw na mga Tagalog. Pero kung whatever is comfortable para sa imo ha.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah. But, sorry.
No, it's okay. Taga saan ka talaga sa Philippines?
So, I'm from Cebu, South Cebu.
Ah, wow! Taga Cebu! Okay. So, ngayon, okay, like parang we will kind of like jump around but then ihanay gyapon nato. So, karon, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, so how long have you been living here in the US na?
I have been here for about like 7 years.
Ay, wow! Okay.
Yeah.
So when you met your husband Dave, tell us the story. Like, saan kayo nagkakilala?
Well, I met Dave like it online. So online siya, as in like, or it's a what is it? It's a from cherry blossom. So I was like, dili ko siya really updated on a site. It's because I was busy working. So it's just like one morning, I went back to my apartment, like, because I work night shift. Because in Cebu, we have a lot of factory and we have like day shift and night shift. So like I work night shift, and when I get back from my apartment, like I decided like to open my account on that website.
Oo.
And
I'm familiar with cherry blossoms.
yeah, I was the one girl. I was on that site for years because of my friend. That tapos yeah. So when I opened the website, my account, I received a message from Dave. So like he said like, "Oh, I'm in Cebu right now. I would love to meet you. Can I have your phone number?"
Oh my gosh, just that one time?
just that one time, just on that morning. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he sent it like a day later, after. I don't know. But that morning, I saw his message and like, okay, so I give him my phone number. Um, so that was the only conversation we had on that dating site. So
Wow.
we're not like talking on the dating site for a long time. We just talk. We just did one conversation.
And then after that, you guys transitioned to just talking on the phone.
Oh, actually, like we're not that really communicating. Like when I gave him my phone number, he sent me a message like, "Oh, this is David from Cherry Blossom. I would love to meet you, like if you're available." Then I said, "Sure, I would love to meet you tomorrow, like at the mall." So we
Grabe! Paspas ka ayo!
sobra labaw pa sa kilat, charot.
Hala, grabe, ang bilis sa mga taga
Ah,
Ang bilis ng
ah.
transition
So
nila.
so yeah, we decided like, okay, can we meet at Ayala Mall? Then I said for lunch. Then I said, sure. Well, I have time. Kay I was working graveyard shift, so I have time like for lunch. Bisag wa ko ito. Well, nakatulog ko maybe at least 3 hours. So like I went to the mall, and then like we met at the and he said like, oh, we can meet at the Starbucks. Okay, so we met at the Starbucks. And one funny thing is, instead of just giving me flowers, he gave me a chocolate chip cookie. Like usually when you meet a girl, like you bring flowers or something,
Yeah.
right? So he gave me a one piece of chocolate chip cookie from Starbucks.
Aww. Okay, so sandali. So you met on the website, the Cherry Blossoms, the day before you met him in person. So, nung first impression, nung nagkita kayo, like what was it like? What was the feeling when you finally saw each other in person?
You know, honestly, when I met him, I don't have idea how he looked like.
Oh my God!
I did not check. I don't know, maybe because I was so sleepy. I don't know, but I don't know why. But I did not check his profile. I did not even bother to check his pictures if he has pictures right there. I just like we just met. He just like okay, like I just met you at the Starbucks. I'm wearing like this, and I said like when I arrived at the Starbucks, I was just standing at the side, on the other side of the Starbucks, because I don't know how he looks like. What's
Oo.
he look like? I mean, like okay, I will let him like find me. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So then he found me at the Starbucks, like standing right there.
So, sandali. So, when you decided to meet him in person, did you tell anybody, like your family or your relatives, na you will be meeting someone you met on Cherry Blossom?
No, because I didn't grow up with my parents. I grew up with my grandparents. Then at the age of 19, I mean my grandparents died when I was like 15 years old. So after that, I moved with my aunt because you know I'm not close with my mother.
Oh.
So I grew up with you know with my grandparents, and like my mother doesn't care for me. So after when my grandmother died, I moved up with my aunt, and when I finished my high school, so I decided to find work. So at the age of 19, I moved out from my aunt's house, and because I have work, so I was able to rent an apartment. So when I met Dave, I didn't have idea that I'm meeting somebody. You don't.
Pero sandali, like, what was he doing in Cebu at that time?
Now, do you want to join? Tell them sorry. Are you done with the audio?
Yeah.
Do you want to like ask you what were you doing?
Oh,
Oh, like he just finished his IDOT.
Okay.
oh. Ulawan po siya.
Oo.
Hi, Dave.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
My name is Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. Nice to meet you. I'm David.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I was just asking Jackie, like, because apparently you guys met over at the Cherry Blossoms website, and I was like wondering because she did say that you guys met the day after, like you met in person the day after you met on the website. So what were you doing in Cebu?
Well, I had two purposes for being there. One was to try to meet someone to have a long-term relationship with, and thank goodness Jackie was there, and as she's described to you, things have worked out great, and
Right.
we met, and one thing has led to another, and we've had many wonderful years together. So one of my purposes in going to Cebu was to try to find a someone to have a long-term relationship with. My other purpose in going was because I have a friend here in the United States who I hadn't seen in about, close to 15 or 20 years.
Oh wow, such a long time.
It is a long time. And he told me that he was going to go on a vacation into Cebu, to Cebu. So I thought, well, that would be cool. I could go on a vacation there. I could spend time with my friend who I hadn't seen in a long time. And while doing that, I could also try to find
Somebody.
a lady, yes. So, and it worked out great. I mean, Jackie and I met, and things couldn't have turned out better. I spent a lot of quality time with my friend, who I hadn't seen for a long time. So there were really two purposes of me going to Cebu, and I was able to satisfy both purposes.
What was your first reaction when you first laid your eyes on Jackie?
Well, I was very pleased with what I saw.
Sabi ko na nga.
She looked, to be honest, she looked a little tired and disheveled because she was, I don't know if she mentioned this to you, but she had been working graveyard shift. So she came to meet me. It was either directly after her shift was over, or she had gone home and gotten just a couple of hours of sleep before she came and met me. So she didn't have a lot of time to, put on a ton of makeup and make her hair look, really good. And everything.
Naulo siya.
But even so, she still looked really good, believe me. And
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
so anyway, that was my first impression of her.
Okay. So I know it's been a few years since that happened, but do you still both remember like what was the first question? Because I'm sure you have like a lot of questions to ask to each other because you guys finally met in person. What was the topic? Do you still remember the first topic that you guys were talking about?
Well, to be honest, what happened was after we met at Starbucks, we only met there for maybe 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. And Jackie already described that I gave her a chocolate chip cookie, and then we went to have lunch at a Jollibee's in the same mall there, the Ayala Mall. And during the time we were sitting there eating lunch, I did almost all the talking. I did like, 95% of the words came out of my mouth and 5% came out of Jackie's mouth. She was quiet and very shy. So I'm not exactly sure of the exact topics that we talked about and what was the very first one. But they were all topics that came out of my head because I was doing all the talking. Isn't that kind of how it went? Yeah,
Hey,
that's how it went.
Jackie, what was
I think I would guess though that it was kind of the usual things like, tell me about your family, what are your hobbies, the usual kind of stuff you would ask someone who you just, who you're meeting for the very first time. Because we didn't do any of that kind of communication
on the website, right?
before that. When we were communicating by text, there was none of that. So we waited until we actually got together in person before we started getting into those kinds of things.
And what are the odds that you both were placed at the right time, because you were there in the Philippines for two purposes, just like what you mentioned earlier, and then it so happened that Jackie logged into her account and you were there.
Yes.
What do you right now?
Go ahead.
Yes. Every day I'm just so thankful that the stars aligned in a certain way to allow that to have happened. You're right. If I had not logged on that day and didn't see Jackie's profile and therefore didn't send her a message, we wouldn't be sitting together here right now.
Exactly.
Or if she hadn't seen the message until after I had gone back to the United States or something, we might not be together here right now. So whatever it was, whether it was luck, divine intervention,
Or destiny.
destiny,
Yes.
I don't know the exact reason why it happened, but I'm just so thankful that it did happen.
Yeah. Okay, so from that day when you finally saw each other in person, what was the gap of time when both of you thought like, oh my goodness, this is the person for me? Like how fast or how slow was the progress where it led you to both agree that you wanted to be married?
Go ahead.
Okay, well,
Ang cute nyo!
during that particular trip to the Philippines, Jackie and I, got after that initial lunch at Jollibee's. I'd say we got together maybe 3 or 4 more times before I returned to the United States.
Wow.
And I think we both could tell during those 3 or 4 times we got together that, there was the potential for something really good here. But we did, at the same time, we really didn't want to rush into anything. So I told Jackie, okay, I'm going to go back home now to the United States, but I'm going to return here in the Philippines 3 or 4 months from now. Let's continue let's stay in contact while I'm in America. And then when I come back to the Philippines, let's get together some more and, see what, if anything, serious develops. So I came back to the Philippines a few months later.
3 months later.
3 months later, we got together several times. We clicked, and I met her. I met several of her family members, and things seemed so good that maybe a week or two before I was going to leave to come back to the United States, I decided to propose to Jackie.
Oh.
Thankfully, she said yes.
Thank you. She said yes.
It's something we didn't rush. We took our time to make sure we were doing the right thing.
Yeah. Okay. Did you guys go through hurdles? Like you did mention that it took you a few months to finally propose to Jackie. Was there anybody like around you guys who thought that it wasn't something that you should be doing? Because like my husband is also Caucasian, And I don't know what it is. Like there's a stereotype revolving around the Filipinas in afam. Na-explain mo na ba ni mo sa iyang afam? You know, like, yeah, like an American guy or like a foreign guy. Was there something like that that you guys went through?
Not at all.
No, not really. My my family and my friends were quite supportive. There might have been a little hesitation when I mentioned, the age gap between Jackie and myself because, I'm considerably older than her. But other than that, there was really nobody saying, no, stop, don't do that. You're making a big mistake. No, nobody said anything even approaching that. And I think for Jackie, it was similar.
Yeah.
Nobody told her that she was, making a mistake or going down the wrong path. Nothing like that, really.
I wasn't just like putting it out there as an assumption because my husband and I went through that. So I totally understand that whole situation. But okay, so did you guys go through fiance visa or you ended up like living, like getting married in the Philippines?
We did the fiance visa.
Hi, up here. Same. We did the same thing too.
How
Okay,
how long did it take you to get yours?
it's crazy. We were just talking about this on a video. I think it took us 4 or 5 months.
Oh, that's
It's not that
that's
bad.
pretty fast.
How about you guys? Like how long did it take you to get approved for a fiance visa?
Well, we did it in 2017, and from start to finish, from the time I submitted the initial paperwork to the time that Jackie actually received her visa, it took about 8 months.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, ours was back in I got here in year 2006. So it's probably a lot different or maybe if there are some differences, maybe not too much or I don't know. As far as what I've heard, it's a lot more stricter now when it comes to the fiance visa. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I heard that from some Filipinas who are trying to also go through fiance visa. Okay.
It's my understanding that there was also during COVID there was a big backlog of cases developed,
Yes.
which slowed the process down too. Yeah, but I've also heard similar things to what you just mentioned that the process is slower now. It's too bad.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part of the whole process. Waiting and being apart from the person you're in love with and you want to start a new life with. That's the hardest part. One way Jackie and I got around that was that during the 8 months that we were waiting for her to get the visa, I think it was after maybe 3 or 4 months after I submitted the initial paperwork, I flew back to the Philippines to spend some time with Jackie while we
Yeah,
were
while
waiting.
you're waiting.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we spent 10 days in
Manila.
Manila together, and that helped a lot being able to reconnect instead of just having to wait the whole 8 months to see her again.
That's so sweet. Okay, so like, did you guys? Because some Filipinas, like I've known some Filipinas who like they did the whole shebang, like the proposal party or something, or no?
No,
You
we
didn't.
didn't.
We didn't. It was just like my husband Greg, just wanted me to be here already, and then that was that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have some issues with my eyes that makes it difficult for me to stare into the screen.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I'm going to have to sort of back out now and turn things back to Jackie.
Okay, thank you so much, Dave. It's so nice to meet you. You're so sweet. Oh my goodness.
Well, I appreciate those kind words. I really do, and I thank you for letting us be on your broadcast tonight.
Thank you. It's my honor, really.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. It's nice meeting you, and please, I've never met your husband, but please tell him hello for me.
I sure will. Actually, he's watching right now.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you out there. I'll let you take over.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
Uy, ka-sweet niya, uy. Mura siya ka ng papi nga kuan. So, ayun siya. Like the way siya mag-explain.
Papi na ugoy.
So, ito na. So, di ba, like, okay, wait. So, which part of the US are you guys at?
We're from like we're from California.
Asa sa California?
Bay Area. In San Francisco.
Abin ako diri sa Southern California.
North.
Okay, okay. Okay, so, di ba, so ni abot na ka, dumating ka na dito sa US. Do you remember the first thing that you both did when you got here in the US?
So then I arrived here like maybe like 7 p.m. Something like that. The next day. When did we go the next day? No, because I don't have phone. I didn't bring my phone. So we went we went somewhere and he bought me a phone, then we went hiking somewhere. No, we went to Berkeley and hiked the next day.
We went up to the Berkeley campus.
Yeah. We went to Berkeley campus because he graduated from Berkeley, so he wanted me to explore where he went in
Aw.
college. So yeah, right the next day he brought me there.
Wow. Sa sa opinion mo, ano yung pinaka nag-click kayo when it comes to your yung behavior nyo? Because it seems like I watched you guys, like the way yung body, yung chemistry nyo, like when he's talking, ano kayo, like, meron talaga kayong chemistry. Pero sa tingin nyo, ano yung parehong-pareho talaga kayo?
Siguro it's just like our attitude, maybe like we're like okay, happy-go-lucky.
Low-key. Like,
Yeah, we stay like low-key, happy-go-lucky. I mean, we don't want like cause trouble or something, or started trouble. Like we don't want that. We just want like peace, and then we always like. I think we have the same hobbies. Like we love hiking, walking around.
you know what? One thing, and comment nyo guys ha sa comment section. One of the things na, I mean, this is like our very first interaction here. Pero ang sa akin, ang pinaka na nag-stand out for me is pareho kayong soft-spoken dalawa.
Or yan din sabi ng mga ano.
Nang sabi ng mga tao.
Yeah.
Di ba guys, pareho sila na soft-spoken. Yung walang ano ba, like all the thought and everything, kung ano yung buod ng sinasabi nila andon, pero they don't have to like make their voice loud. Yung kalma lang. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, OORB, they complement each other talaga. Okay, so when what year was it, like when you got here sa US?
November 28, 2017.
Wow!
Remember? Yeah, that was it. November 28.
28. Yung year. Meron talagang date. Petsa.
And then, like,
Ano yung gap of time? Like when, since November 28 that you, sandali, parang na-answer na din kasi 'di ba like fiancé visa nga 'di ba? You had to be married within 90 days. Pero did you guys get married immediately or naghintay kayo?
no, naghintay kami until February. First week of February, we got married.
Wow.
Hindi, we didn't rush to get married. Oh, let's get married tomorrow. No.
Ah, okay, okay.
No, it's maybe like we give nag-spend kami ng time to know each other. Yeah.
So, nung nakasama mo na siya sa isang bubong, ano yung, meron bang nagbago in a good way? Na, kasi di ba, like, once kasi na you're in a relationship, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, mas makikilala mo kasi ang tao once you're living with that person.
Yeah.
Meron bang nagbago?
No, he's like same. It's just like nung nagstay na kami dito, it's just like na ko siya, mas nakilala ko siya na yung parang gentle niya, ganon. Tapos nandito, buhay pa yung nanay niya, inalagaan niya yung nanay niya. Parang napaka yung ako hindi lumaki sa hindi ako lumaki sa nanay ko. Parang masasabi ko, ang swerte. Parang ganon. Parang maano ka ba, matouch ka talaga kung paano niya inalagaan yung nanay niya, ganon. Paano din siya inalagaan ng nanay niya, ganon.
Kasi 'di ba, meron yung sinasabi ng mga tao na you will really get to know kung ano yung character ng isang lalaki based
Yeah.
on how he treats his mom.
Yeah. Yun talaga, yun lang talaga. As in, hindi niya maiwan-iwan yung nanay niya. Parang sabi ko, grabe. Grabe talaga.
Okay, so tell us about your wedding day.
Well, it's not that big wedding. It's
Oo.
it's civil wedding. So we only have like his friends, his childhood friends maybe. It's like my sister-in-law was in a wedding. It's just like it's civil wedding dito is like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah. Didn't give me time like just to walk in the aisle. Nothing. They just like, okay, go to the front and then we'll do the ceremony. That's it. Put the ring and like that's
Oh my
yeah.
Pinakurat ba? Oo,
Pinakurat.
na mo, go.
Yeah. So like we had we have a small reception with like just 10 friends at their friend's house. So yeah, it's not a big wedding. It's just simple.
Okay. I want to ask you this because me and the other Filipinas that I've gotten to know here in person
Uh-huh.
went through this. Na, ano yung biggest na struggle mo? Like when you first came here in the US, kasi di ba meron yung homesickness, meron yung you're struggling to get your way around kung sa new environment mo. Like, tell us, like ano yung na-miss mo ba yung how it was? Kasi you mentioned earlier that you're already working and everything, tapos biglang-bigla dumating ka dito, you're like, ano ba to? Like, I'm here in this new country. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako magsisimula. Yung mga ganun.
But I didn't feel like something different that much. It's just like the weather. That's
Yeah.
the one factor for me. But like the homesick, I don't feel that much because, as I said, I didn't grow up with my parents.
Yeah.
So I like, I always I stay by myself since I was 19. I was in an apartment by myself. So like, I didn't feel that homesick at all. Not really, because also every day, Dave and I, we always walk every day.
Yung hiking
Like,
nga.
medyo na-divert yung yung mind ko sa walking instead of isipin ko yung homesick sa Pinas, ganun.
Okay, so ngayon, meron ka mga meron kayong Filipino friends ni Dave ngayon dyan?
Meron, but just, you can count on my finger.
Yeah.
We're not the very, what do you call it? Like,
Social.
interstitial life.
Oo.
We're not. So, just, we have friend, we go out, and that's it. We don't go like party something, those fancy go out every month or something. No, we do not.
Okay, so I want to talk about yung sa social media journey nyo.
Uh-huh.
So, anong social media account ang meron kayo other than TikTok? I mean, I did see na meron kayong Instagram, but are you also on YouTube and Facebook and other platforms?
Yeah, I have Facebook. Dave has Facebook, but we don't upload much of this, like TikTok videos. During the pandemic, I had YouTube, but I'm not updated now. I didn't upload anything. Or sometimes if I go somewhere, if I love to take videos, I will upload like short clips on YouTube. But now it's just like TikTok. So TikTok is just like for two of us. For Facebook, my account, it's like, sometimes I share like photos of us. We went hiking, something like that. But the TikTok is just like two of us. It's like, yeah, that's our.
Okay, so kailan ka nag-start dito sa TikTok?
Honestly, it was like maybe like 4 years ago. I started. I was not really into TikTok like 4 years ago. I just started like maybe upload like videos like once every 2 months, once every 3 months, something like that. The first video that I uploaded on TikTok, it was the video of me and Dave, and then I received a lot of those.
Oh, inulan kayo. I was gonna get there.
So inulan kami. So I also I'd rather stay away with this. I can't. So, and then when this pandemic again, and then with the pandemic, and I decided like, oh, I should do TikTok again. Maybe it's better because it's more trend. Like 2 years ago, it's more trend. So like, what's this? A lot of my friends said TikTok. Like, I should try to open again. So I uploaded video like myself. It's just like nothing, nonsense.
Okay,
Just
so
for fun.
you did mention, di ba, na inulan kayo, and I was really gonna get there kasi even on your sa page mo dito, di ba, nilagay mo dyan 42 years
Yes.
gap. So, you are so upfront, you and Dave are so upfront to your viewers na eto kami. Pero,
Yeah.
di ba, inaatake pa din kayo. I even saw this one video, I think it was the one that's pinned on your page here on TikTok na meron kayong ginawa ng video reply na yung isa something like about sugar daddy, tapos yung isa mail order bride.
Right, yeah.
Kasi naiintindihan ko yung mail order bride na yan kasi naikwento na namin to ng husband ko sa live namin na like I think I was just here for less than a week. Yung isang kaibigan niya right in front of me, tinanong ako ng ganon. And I think it's more of like ignorance on some people's part when they ask that question. Now
Yeah.
sa inyo, like the very first time that you encountered that situation na, oh, like is she a mail order bride or is he your sugar daddy? I'm sure you went through that then in person. How did you address that? The very first time na na-encounter nyo ang sitwasyon na ganyan.
The very first time, like, it's here on TikTok. Hindi namin naranasan yan in person here. We walk every day. We hold our hands while walking. People don't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Maybe people, maybe ayaw lang nilang sabihin in person, but we haven't heard from other people. Like, we walk every day, like years ago. But we never heard people,
Dito lang talaga sa TikTok.
I think dito lang sa TikToks. So the first time I heard that one, I can't handle this. So like 4 years ago. So when 2 years ago, I decided to upload video again with me and Dave. It's like, I think I can handle this. I mean, I want them to like, this is me and Dave. We don't care about you guys. You don't know us. We know that we love each other. That's the most important thing. We don't care whatever you want to say. It's just like we just want have fun here in TikTok and like to prove you guys to you're wrong.
Yeah.
We're in love and yeah. It's like that's why like those negative comments, it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but we just make fun of it. We don't take it personally. We just make fun of it. We don't like mind them at all because in the first place, that person who sent us negative comments didn't know us who we really are. We don't like, especially in person, and we don't know that person either. Most of them are like trolls. So yeah, so like we don't mind. I mean, if they said mail order bride, so what? So Dave and I decided, okay, you have to put me in the box. I have to come out from the box wearing my wedding dress. Yeah, that's what we did.
Nakita ko talaga.
Yeah, that's what we did. And the people said, "Oh, how much did you pay for your family?" Something like that. So and then we make a video like, was asking Dave, "Oh, when are you gonna send money to my family?" Like that. And the people like,
Mr. King, hello. Si Mr. King, ano yan siya? A fam. Are you a fam, Mr. King? He's married also to a Filipina.
"Oh, nice."
So, pag nagpo-post kami ni Greg ng mga mail order, something, natutuwa yan siya.
Yeah. Like it's fun. We decided like to came out there in the boxes, whatever. Like, and even like sometimes we would say like, oh, it's time to change the diaper. Then one time like we went to the grocery store. We pretend that we pick up some diapers. We just like it just make fun. We don't take it seriously, honestly.
So, it never really like hit you na parang, ano ba to, nakaka-stress? Walang ganun.
No.
Okay, like, did people go out of their way to even, kasi it's one thing when people comment, yung mga basher, if it's one thing when people comment on your post, but do people actually go out of their way to privately message you guys like hateful words?
No. Or sometimes I don't read some of the private message, but sometimes they'll send stickers and something. But not that at all. It's just like on our videos. They don't send message privately, but they don't know my Facebook neither, so which is good.
So, hindi mo, you purposely don't link your Facebook para hindi ka nila sundan dun.
Yan. I like the Instagram. Oh, I didn't upload a lot of the Instagram, but not on Facebook.
Okay, I could see, like, we could all see that you both are having fun, like, doing video replies sa mga bashers nyo.
Yeah.
With all the videos that you've done, ano yung pinaka fun that you both did na sobrang tawang-tawa kayo while you were doing it?
I think the mail order bride. Now, what was your favorite video that we made?
I think the one you just mentioned where you came out of the box.
Yeah, that's the mail order bride. I came out from the box. I spent my time putting my makeup and putting my wedding dress.
Di ba nag-viral yun?
Mm-hmm.
Oo. Okay, so with all the couples, like the Filipina and Afam couples out there, if there's something na you and Dave can give them as an advice, ano yung masasabi mo sa kanila? Like to have like a successful marriage that you and Dave have been.
You know, it's like in marriage, it's the really important thing is just to have the communication and I forgot the term.
Ay, Bisaya, mag-Bisaya. Munang usay bitaw ka na mag-live bitaw ko, mawindang ko diri kay.
Communication, something. Go ahead, help
Okay.
me. Then,
Okay, sure. I'm going to help Jackie answer that question if it's okay. I would answer that two ways. One thing that's super important, I think, is for in cases like ours where you have the American man and the woman from the Philippines or some other country
compromise.
is coming
Sorry.
is coming here to be his bride. It's really important that the the American man show and have a lot of patience, because it's really important to understand, for example, in Jackie's case, how the big changes that are taking place in her life. She's leaving her home country. She's leaving her family, her friends. She's leaving the only kind of life she's ever known. She's stepping on a plane for 20 hours to come to be with a guy that she knows but doesn't know that well.
Right.
She's going to be away from her family and friends for everything that's familiar to her. She's going into a totally new environment, far away from home, and it's going to require a time of adjustment for her. So I think it's really important for the guy to be extremely patient. Give her time to adjust to her new life here. Don't expect miracles overnight. Be as patient and helpful as possible in trying to help her to adjust to the new life here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what I tried to do with Jackie, and I think it helped her to make the adjustment here.
Mm-hmm.
So being patient and helpful in helping your partner adjust to basically a new life is super important. One thing that I mentioned to Jackie in our case that I think was also very helpful is that we live in an area here in the San Francisco Bay Area that already has a large Filipino community here. There are lots of Filipino restaurants and stores and Filipino people living here.
Yeah.
So that helped to ease the transition for her,
Yeah.
like a little piece of home being here. So she could get the kinds of food that she wanted, or have people she could speak to in Cebuano.
So
All
true.
these little things to help her with the adjustment. If we had lived in some part of the country where there were no traces of Filipino culture or Filipino life, and she was the only Filipino person around, I think it would have been somewhat more difficult for her to adapt.
Yeah. I understand that one.
When I was courting her, I told her, well, she's lucky in the sense that she'll be living in an area where there are already hundreds of thousands of Filipino people living.
California, wherever you turn, there's Filipinos everywhere. Oh my
Everywhere, yes, but particularly in our part of the state. And then I'm sorry, I'm being super long-winded here. Then the second part in terms of our relationship is the idea of compromise.
Yes.
You know, whenever there's a difference of opinion, there's a need to meet in the middle
Yeah, and communication.
and communicate. And I'm really proud to say, and some people may find this unbelievable and don't believe it, but it's absolutely true. In the almost 8 years that Jackie and I have known each other, we have never had a fight.
Oh.
Not once. We have never argued. We've never raised our voices to each other. We've never thrown anything at each other.
Maybe tomorrow.
Jackie.
We've
Oh,
never-
hold on, Dave. I just want to say something.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow we'll start. We've never, called each other bad names. Never. There's never been any of that. And that's the truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
And some people find that unbelievable, but it's true, because we really believe in, the idea of compromise. And I think if you look back over the videos that we made on TikTok,
Yeah.
one of the videos was dedicated to that subject
Yeah, but that was
a long
years
time ago,
Yeah.
about how we resolve any differences of opinion that we might have. Despite everything that I just said, that's not to say we've never had a difference of opinion. Of course we have. All couples do from time to time.
It's basically agreeing to disagree.
Agreeing to disagree and agreeing to settle the issue in a way, in a calm way that is agreeable to both of us. And so again, I would recommend to say for a couple involved in international dating, international romance, compromise is really important. If one side, if the man or the woman always gets their way every time, that doesn't make for a healthy relationship, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to blabbed in like that.
What you're saying perfectly makes sense. And I was actually just gonna add with what you just said. And we can all see like how, because you can read the body chemistry, like the chemistry that you both have, like just by watching you guys on the screen. I want to say thank you because I'm sure you went through a lot of like hurdles and stuff before you guys are, like happily married now. But the way you're addressing Jackie, you're so gentle, you're so sweet. And from, a co-Filipina, I want to say thank you for loving and caring Jackie. Seriously. Diba guys, makikita nyo talaga na mahal nilang isa't isa.
Well, thank you for those kind words. I really do appreciate it. It's so nice to hear that. Thank you. I try to be myself. This is the way I've been this way most of my life. But Jackie is such a wonderful partner. It makes being her husband easy.
Yeah.
I mean, if Jackie was not such a wonderful person, if she had a lot of flaws, or if there were, if she caused problems or something, it wouldn't be, that enjoyable or that easy to be her husband. But Jackie is such a fine person and a wonderful wife. It makes it easy for me. It really does.
Aww.
And I just am so fortunate to have her. It's just, there's really no words for it, really. It's just, but I'm also glad, though, that you see it in our body language, in our body chemistry, in our relationship. Because some people, when we're doing TikTok videos, unbelievably, some people think this is all fake.
Right.
That this is just a big act.
Yeah.
That we're just doing this for money, or we're trying to fool people. Even now, after we've been doing this for years, and it's obvious that our relationship is real, people still don't believe it, unbelievably.
And successful at that.
Yes. So some people, are going to believe what they want to believe, no matter what Jackie and I say or do. Mm-hmm. But we know the truth, and we're glad that truth has come through to you during this session, and you can see clearly that, what we have here is very, very real and very good.
Yeah. Well, you guys are such a sweet couple. Like, your story is very inspiring to all of us. Sabi nga dito, one person commented here, mapapasana all. Hindi ko alam kung paano i-explain yung sana all.
I'm glad you mentioned that about inspiring, because that's one of the reasons that that's one of the reasons why we did the TikTok videos.
Yeah.
To kind of inspire people, kind of show them, hey, here's two people, Jackie and I. There are major differences in our backgrounds. We're different in terms of our ages. We come from different cultures, different parts of the world. Our life experiences are different, but somehow we managed to meet each other, connect, and have a wonderful life together. So we want to show people that if it can happen to us, and there's nothing special about us. We're not super. She's not Superwoman. I'm not Superman.
Cute niya talaga, no?
If it can happen to us, we're trying to show if it can happen to us, it can happen to other people too. And they should have faith and not give up and keep trying. So we've tried to provide. We hope that through our example, we've tried to provide hope and inspiration for other people who are looking for a partner, that that it can happen, even though there might seem to be obstacles. You know, those obstacles can be overcome and it can happen.
Murag kay lakon ko, pero gapugngan lang na ako. Ayaw kisulti sa iya.
Okay, I promise. I've talked too much. I promise not to talk anymore.
That's not what I said. No, I got emotional with what you said, and I was just like holding it in.
Oh,
That's so sweet of you. Like the way you're describing Jackie. You're so sweet. Ikaw, Jackie. unsa imong masulti? What can you say to Dave?
Nothing.
she sees whiskers. She wants me to shave my beard off. That's what she sees. See, here's a perfect example of compromise in play. I like having a beard. Jackie would prefer me being, have no beard. So the compromise is that I have a very short one. There's a perfect.
Okay, wait, sandali. Okay, so Jackie, I was actually telling Jackie, like when we started this live, I was so happy to learn that she's also Visayan like me, right? So with all the years, with almost knowing each other for almost 10 years, being married for almost 7 years, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, or 6 years. Have you learned any Visayan words, Dave?
Yes, I've learned. I've learned a few Visayan words. I've learned a few other words about body parts. Certain body parts.
That's it.
But yes, I've learned a few Visayan words. But I'm nowhere near fluent or anything like that. Just a few words. But I really haven't needed to, because Jackie's English, as you can tell, she's practically fluent in English.
Yeah.
So we have no difficulty communicating in English. So there's really been not much of a need for me to learn Visayan. So I do know a few words and a couple of phrases, but I don't know very much.
Okay, when she's upset with you over something, does she start speaking in Visaya?
No. I know that might be possible, that might be a common reaction among, some people from the Visayas. I don't know, I'm guessing. But no, in Jackie's case, no, she doesn't do that.
Okay, like I don't want to keep you guys too long, because Jackie did communicate with me that you can't really stare at the screen for too long. But I love this, that you both are here on the same screen. But can you describe to us, like, what's your day like? Like, you wake up in the morning. Like, what's your day like? Is it
Jackie or myself?
you both? Because you guys are here on TikTok, and obviously you guys are famous here on TikTok, and you're inspiring people here. Seriously, that's why I was compelled to reach out to Jackie, so you guys can share your story, because I see you all the time on my FYP. So I figured I reached out to you guys. But hold on, there's a puzzle. Alam mo, problema. Hold on. There. Okay, what's your day like?
You go first.
You can go first. Are you sure?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So My day is pretty simple, actually. I'm retired, and I've been retired for quite a while. So usually, Jackie works 3 days a week. So usually she goes into work quite early. She leaves the house approximately 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm still here for often still in bed when Jackie is on her way to work. So I'll stick around till mid-morning. I go on long walks almost every day. I walk 4 or 5 miles every day.
Wow.
So I do that. I go to libraries and bookstores. But I'm lucky because I'm retired, so I have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
And then I'm usually home by the middle of the afternoon, about the same time that Jackie gets back here from work.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
my days are pretty
Lay back.
laid back, pretty because I'm retired, so I have more free time than Jackie does. Okay, your turn.
Fine. I go to work, and then if I don't have work, same. If I don't have work, we go out and hike or whatever we want to do.
Right. On days when on days when Jackie's working, well, I'm goofing off and doing those things. Jackie's working, but on days when Jackie isn't working, we'll usually, go out to lunch, go shopping. Do the usual errands that people have to do. Sometimes we go hiking. During the football season, we'll go to football games. What else? We travel some. The usual things that many people do.
Okay, so since Dave did most of the talking, I'm gonna ask Jackie.
Good.
I'm gonna ask Jackie. Hold on, Dave. What's the sweetest thing that Dave has done for you, Jackie?
What love?
You have to,
You're sweet every time.
there you go. That's it. I think she's trying to say that. I try to. We try to be sweet to each other every day, and no lows, no highs. Keep it steady. So it's sort of hard to pick out one particular episode. It may not sound romantic to say that, but we just try to keep it as steady as possible.
That's nice. Because like when you live a simple life, I would say that that's the most fulfilling way of living. Because there's no pretension, there's no competing with anything.
Yeah, there's none. Yes, there's none. There's absolutely none of that.
Okay, like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys too long because I also saw the puzzle. That means I've been here for an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's fine.
It's really so sweet of you, Dave, that you joined the live today because Jackie did tell me that you can't stare too long at the screen. So I guess we could end the live by you guys sharing your message to your followers, to the ones who go out of their way to defend you guys, because I can see that there's so many people just really taking their time to just say mean things about you guys. So message for your followers.
Well, we've learned. We really appreciate the people who follow us, and we hope that our videos and the live sessions. Jackie handles the live sessions now almost, 100%. But we're hoping that those bring an hour of, happiness,
Joy.
or interest, into their lives. In terms of the negative comments that we sometimes receive, we've learned to just basically ignore them.
Yeah.
They just kind of bounce right off of us because we know, and the kind of comments that you're probably familiar with, that, I'm Jackie's sugar daddy,
Gold
that
digger.
that I'm paying her to be with me, that Jackie's a gold digger,
Yes.
she's just with me for money or to get a green card. And
Yeah.
you've probably heard these 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
And so those don't bother us because we know they're not true. Those things are not true. It's sort of a little dismaying about human nature that some people feel the need to say those things when it's obvious that they're not true.
Yeah.
But, human nature is human nature. People are going to be people. They're going to say things sometimes that are unpleasant. But I think the worst thing a person can do in our position is to personalize those kinds of negative comments. Take it personally, worry about it, because there's no reason to, because those comments are not true. So it doesn't bother us at all. It's sad that some people feel the need to say those things, but we're resigned to the fact that they're going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it. So we just we basically ignore the negative comment.
Yeah, what's crazy is that because we, like what you said earlier, I'm sure it's something that I've dealt with myself, being a Filipina married to a Caucasian guy. What's really crazy is that now that we are here on TikTok, like on social media, it's almost like people are having this opinion of like, well, you put yourselves in front of the camera, so be ready to take criticisms, which is fine because we are all entitled to our own opinion. But then there's some people who really go out of their way, take their time and spend so much energy just to belittle people that they can see here on TikTok. And I don't get that. Like, if you don't like what you see, then just move on to something else.
Well,
Exactly.
there's one theory. There's one theory that we've heard that there's probably some validity to it, that at least some of the people who make negative comments do that because they're unhappy with their own lives. And one way they compensate for that is to try to bring other people down.
Yeah.
And saying nasty things about other people is a way of doing that. There's probably some truth in that theory, I would guess. But what might motivate other people to say negative things, I don't know. But you're right. I mean, there's that old saying that, if you don't have anything nice to say, then just don't say anything.
Right. Yeah.
But that, some people just don't follow that, unfortunately. And I hope in your case and your husband's case that it didn't cause any problems or bother you too much, because it really shouldn't.
Yeah. We've learned to, it's kind of like a thing that we see all the time. So it's just like, nah. It bothers me a little bit sometimes, especially if they personally would send me a message here on TikTok or on Facebook or wherever. But my thing is that, with Greg and me, we're just thinking that it's not my issue. Like what you're projecting, what you're telling me, like those hateful things that you are like spreading out there, it's not my issue, it's your issue.
Yes.
So work it out with your own self.
Yes. And yes, that's exactly right. And keep in mind that, probably most couples in our situations receive those kinds of comments. Kind of a generic thing. So it's not unique to you. It's not to you or your husband. It's not unique to Jackie and I. We all get it to some degree. And to me, that proves that